Morning, everybody, and happy Father's Day to all the fathers. Welcome to the introductory episode of the Widow's Peak podcast. I wanted to hop on tonight to give you a sneak peek into my podcast. First, I want to give you a little history of why I chose Widow's Peak. It was given to me during a coaching session with my coach. And yes, I have coached too. I believe you should never stop growing and working on yourself. Well, you're probably familiar with the Widow's Peak hairline. It's that Count Dracula look, where the hairline forms a point in the middle of your forehead, creating a V. Can you see it? Don't worry though. This podcast is not at all about any vampires or werewolves. Far from it. There's also a myth about the Widow's Peak. Some of you may have heard it. There's an old saying, if a woman had a widow's peak, it was believed she would be a young widow. I don't consider myself to be superstitious, but I do believe there is some truth in some of those old wives' tales. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Audrey Harrell. Don't have widow's peak, but I am a young widow. This podcast was created to honor the memory of my husband, James Wesley Harrell. And yes, just like the hairline, life is full of highs and lows, ups and downs. When you're experiencing the highs, everything's great. Things are just going your way. Everything's right. Then something happens that makes you feel like you can't breathe. You feel like the bottom has dropped out from under you, and it takes you to your knees. The whole world, as you know it, is over. Those are the lows, y'all. Those of you who know me personally know my lowest of lows was the death of my husband. James and I had been married for 36 years when God took him without any notice. The night before, we were making plans for our future. The next morning, James didn't wake up. I thought my life was over and didn't really care if it was. But just like the widow's peak, there's always something on the other side, an upside. You always won't be low. There will be joy again. There will be life after death, a new life. For James, it's eternal life. For me, well, it'll be a new or different life. Gotta find my new normal. And that, my friends, is how the Widow's Peak podcast was born. I am a relationship coach specializing in grief and conflict resolution. In any relationship, there will be highs and lows. This podcast will discuss some of those highs and lows. We will provide some tools and resources to help you maneuver those challenges and conflicts you may experience along your journey to building healthy relationships. Or maybe even some new relationships. Well, that's it for this episode. But Follow me on Facebook at Coaching with Audrey and Instagram, Coaching with Audrey H, or DM me. Schedule a discovery call. But whatever you do, just be well. Peace and blessings to all. And to James, rest in peace until we meet again. Love you.